Twitter offers a real-time, direct line of communication between consumers and brands that can be profitable if utilized correctly. So if you're a small business owner wanting to make the most of Twitter, stick around for the top 3 ways you can leverage Twitter for business. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Brandy with LYFE Marketing, the digital marketing agency with a mission to help small businesses grow. Super quick, go ahead and like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so that you don't miss out on the new videos we put out every week that help you grow your business. All right, so the first way to use Twitter for business is to tweet about trending topics. It's important to remember the nature of Twitter. Twitter is known for its ability to convey real-time information. Even though other social media platforms may have more users or higher engagement on average, when any major event happens in the world, people flock to Twitter to learn more. For example, when Will slapped Chris at the Oscars, people weren't running to Instagram. The trending section on Twitter is what sets it apart from other social media platforms. People can consume the latest information instantly and, more importantly, talk about it. So when it comes to your business, you can hop on these trending topics if they apply to the product or service you provide for extended organic reach. And keep in mind, these trending topics are so real-time that they do indeed change every day, if not more often than that. So even if you don't find a trending topic that applies to your business this hour, you may find one that does the next. Tweeting about trending topics allows you to join a conversation your target audience is already engaging in and put your brand in front of them without spending a single dollar in ad spend. And depending on how you engage your audience, your tweet could get even more attention and reach. Which leads me to the second way to leverage Twitter for business, which is via brand transparency. More than ever, brands are taking to Twitter with a lighthearted and even humorous tone. Let's look at a few examples. When Facebook and its sister platform Instagram went down in fall of 2021, Twitter published its own status saying, "Hello, literally everyone." Because as I mentioned in point number 1, people flock to Twitter when something unexpected occurs, and so as a result, it was seeing a surge of users on its platform. From there, other big brands replied to the tweet. Starbucks said, "Perfect time for a coffee break." The NFL said, "Hey, what's up? How about the game last night?" And what really made us laugh was Instagram sarcastically chiming in and saying, "Hi and happy Monday" with this emoji. So notice how even Instagram, one of the platforms that went down, didn't reply giving a formal press release tweet about how they're doing everything they can to get their platform back online, etc. They instead replied with something witty that simultaneously acknowledges the reality of the situation. This allowed other brands to continue making light of the situation from there as well. The Calm app replied to both Instagram and Twitter saying, reminding you to take a moment to shut your eyes and take a few deep, mindful breaths. Reddit said, "How are you doing, Instagram social media manager?" And the list goes on. I think sometimes small business owners, no matter the industry, can get too serious or too formal with their content. Yes, you want your content to be of value to your audience. I'm not saying to forfeit that entirely to become a stand-up comedian, but social media in general is meant to be just that, social, a conversation between two parties. And in recent years, brands that are more transparent and real about what goes on in today's world statistically perform better. 86% of consumers say that authenticity is a key factor when deciding what brands they like and support. And 81% of consumers said that they need to be able to trust the brand in order to buy from them. Twitter has proven time and time again to be an effective and straightforward tool for brands to offer this exact kind of authenticity that their audience prefers. And while we're talking about audience, let's move on to the third way to use Twitter for business, leveraging Twitter's user base. There are currently 353 million monthly active users on Twitter. This is considerably smaller than some of the other social media giants like Facebook at 2.91 billion, Instagram at 1 billion, and even TikTok at 1 billion, which is an entire decade younger than Twitter. These numbers might deter some from using Twitter because of its size, but in actuality, the smaller, more niche nature may allow you to reach your audience quicker and for a lesser cost. Plus, Twitter users generally have a higher income, which is why 54% of Twitter's audience are more likely to purchase new products. So not only does Twitter make it easy for you to find your target audience either with targeted ads or via organic searches and hashtags, but you are more likely to find them in a buying mindset than not. Now, since you've made it this far, I want to leave you with 3 bonus tips of things you can do today to get started with Twitter marketing. But first, here is a quick message from Morgan on our new monthly coaching program.
Hello! We just helped a small business make over $1.5 million through Facebook advertising. After managing millions of dollars of ad spend for thousands of small businesses and creating thousands of social posts to help businesses connect with their customers, we know how to get results. And we want to help small businesses get results too. So we've decided to give away our knowledge, learning experiences, resources, tools, and feedback to help you achieve results for your digital marketing efforts. If you want to learn the blueprint for success, the best practices from some of the fastest growing companies in the world, get access to all the tools you'll need, and get live expert guidance from yours truly, stop what you're doing and sign up for our coaching program today.
All right, bonus tip number 1 is to optimize your Twitter account. Make it easy to be found. As with most social media platforms today, they are doubling as search engines. Meaning if someone were to type in digital marketing agency in the search bar on Twitter, we want our LYFE Marketing account to be in the top results, which is why we have things like digital marketing agency and online marketing in our Twitter bio. Make sure your bio not only clearly defines what you provide and who you provide it for, but also holds keywords your audience would likely search for when in need of the product or service you provide. Tip number 2 is to ensure you have the same name and username on Twitter as you do across all of your other social media platforms. This being your name and this being your username. Consistent presentation of a brand has seen to increase revenue by 33%. Not to mention it goes hand in hand with tip number 1 in making your brand easier to find. If your username on Facebook is Johnny's Pizza ATL, but your username on Instagram is Johnny's Pizza Atlanta, and your username on Twitter is Johnny's Pizza ATL spelled differently, people are going to be confused as to which account is the real one representing your brand, or if they're different pizza places entirely. And the last thing small businesses need is another obstacle to overcome in gaining their audience's attention and trust. And lastly, tip number 3 is to make the Twitter Analytics dashboard your friend. Twitter Analytics comes free with having a Twitter account and gives you a bird's eye view of your top tweets so you can see which topics your audience is engaging with the most. This will guide you in content creation moving forward, giving you a pulse on what resonates best with your audience at all times. And that wraps up everything I have for today's video. Please leave any questions you have for me in the comments. Otherwise, please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell before you go, and I will see you in the next episode.